Welcome to a new Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at Banks County with Lady Leopards head basketball coach Jerry King. Coach, always enjoy having you on here. I think this is like the fifth or sixth time. I really appreciate your time.
Glad to have you, Brian. We appreciate all you do for high school sports.
I enjoy it, and this year is really exciting to watch your team because in years past you've always had a solid group, but coming into this year you had lost significant talent from last year, and you still had a lot of seniors, but you only returned one starter. So a big surprise that you stand right now 17-3, 5-2 within region play. Talk about from your point of view, is this something that you expected your team, or has this kind of been a bit of a surprise for you as well?
Well, we talked about over the summer that we were going to play differently than we'd played in the past. We're going to play a little more up-tempo, press a little more, and we worked on it a lot this summer. The girls bought into it. We get a lot more, everyone gets to play more. So, yeah, it's a little surprising, but after the summer, it's not a huge surprise. I felt like we could compete. And if things went our way, a couple of games, we could maybe sneak out some games we shouldn't win.
Yeah.
But not a huge surprise, but I didn't think we'd go 11 game winning streak.
Yeah, and again, 17-3 so far is outstanding. Now, the last 3 years, I'm not sure what the program record is for wins in a season, but last year you had 18, which was a phenomenal year, one away from that now. And then the year before you had 17, then 15 the year before. And it just seemed like you always narrowly missed state playoffs by maybe one game. Always a heartbreaker 3 years in a row. This year, is this the kind of team now that you see 20 games in? Do you feel like this is the team that's going to break through?
Well, I hope so. We've consistently improved our win record over time, and hopefully we'll do that again. But it'd be nice if that 19th win was a win to get us into the state tournament.
Yeah. Now, Caitlin Duncan, it's going to be huge losing her next year. You lost a 1,000-point scorer from a year ago, Taylor Kennedy, and then this year Caitlin reached 1,000 points, kind of a shoe-in. We all knew she was going to get it at some point. Talk about what that's like from a coaching perspective, getting to coach back-to-back 1,000-point scorers. And is there anybody that you kind of see now on the team, maybe a freshman or sophomore, that has a shot to do the same at some point?
Well, it makes it a lot easier when you know that you've got someone on the floor that can, go score in a given night. Same way with TK last year as Duncan this year. And I think with Duncan, it's important to talk about the fact that she plays basketball pretty much year-round.
Yeah.
Very dedicated to her game. Every time she needs to work on something in her game, it gets better. So I was just glad for her to be able to do that. But, yeah, it's great as a coach to know that you've got somebody that can go put up 15 or 20 points a game.
Oh, yeah, and she can do it from anywhere on the court, which makes her so lethal. Right. Anybody that comes to mind that potentially could be the next one to do it in this program's history?
Well, we've got a freshman, Allison Smith. She's got the ability to. It'll be interesting to see how she develops over the next 3 years. And
so I know I asked you this before we started this interview, but you recently had an 11-game win streak that went from, I think, December 19th until January 18th, or 17th or something, almost a full month. You made it into the new year and just about made it all the way through January unscathed. An 11-game win streak is very impressive. Talk about the pressures of that streak from your point of view, or just did you realize how well your team was playing at that point?
Well, we never even talked about a winning streak. Yeah. We never focused on that. We were just going from game to game. I hadn't shaved or cut my hair in a while, so I knew that we had been on a winning streak. But as far as pressure, I didn't really feel any pressure. Maybe it was because, we were told all year that we'd win 5 games.
Yeah.
But so I don't know that we felt any pressure. We were just having fun and just going out and playing every night
and proving everybody wrong.
Yeah, we just had a good time with it, and we're hoping to get back on another win streak.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was going next. Is again, you finally fell to Fannin County. Talk about that loss. Sometimes coaches will look at losses as a good thing, depending on where it is in the season and how your team rebounds. How do you want to see your team rebound from this loss?
Well, you can definitely learn from a loss. I'd much rather learn from a win, but you can definitely learn from a loss, and hopefully the girls will rebound from that. We had a great practice today, so that's positive. We got 2 really tough games this week, going to East Hall, and then Dawson coming in, and Dawson is really unbelievable.
Yeah.
But we're just going to go out this week and do the best we can. We've not really, going to play differently. We're just going to do what we do. and just see how it comes out.
Yeah, and that's, again, 5 games left on the schedule. As you mentioned, East Hall going on the road, that's not going to be an easy thing. I mean, they came in here and made it a 7-point game. And then Dawson County, like you said, they're undefeated, #1 in the state. Then you got a revenge match, grudge match with Fannin County as well. So what do you kind of expect your teams, or from your point of view, coaching, do you plan on changing the game plan a little bit, especially in those grudge matches?
No, I don't think we really change. What we're doing works for us. And, if we start changing things up, game planning for somebody and trying to play differently, then it kind of takes us out of our game. We're just going to go out and do what we do. Yeah. And then hopefully we'll win doing what we do. Yeah.
One thing that you haven't seen here at Banks County this year is your team lose here on the home court. And it's awesome to see the crowd is just phenomenal. They show up and they're loud and they back your team and the guys' team as well. Talk about how the communities kind of come together and it gives you guys a true home advantage here on the home court.
Oh, we've got great support here at Banks County. There's very seldom a game we go to where we don't carry more fans than the home team. We travel really well, and then home nights, home games are phenomenal. Our student section has been great this year. Our fans have been, the stands have been packed every game, and people are not just sitting there watching the game. They're making noise. They're cheering the teams on. The boys' team's doing really well this year, so the community's really come out and supported us, and we just hope to be able to give them a good season, make it in the state tournament, give them a little more excitement.
Yeah, and last year you had 4 seniors, and again, that was a very, very talented group you had, the most successful, I think, that rolled through here in a 4-year span. This year, I believe you have 6 seniors, which was, made this whole thing interesting because you lacked the experience, but you had the senior leadership. Talk about that.
Yeah, the seniors have been leaders all this entire season. If you watch them in practice, they're going full steam. They're working really hard. They're very encouraging. They lack the floor experience, but they've definitely made up for it in leadership, and the heart and the desire that they play with is phenomenal.
Yeah. All right, well, Coach, thank you again so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to the Lady Leopards going 5-0 the rest of the way and definitely getting a spot in state. That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have a couple of the Lady Leopards on here, Caitlin Duncan and Jalen Lack on Blitz.
The most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill, an oven, or a smoker? Yes, it's the Big Green Egg, and you can get yours now at Bob and Ted's Trophy in Clarksville, an authorized gold certified dealer. The Big Green Egg stands alone as the most versatile barbecue or outdoor cooking product on the market, with more capabilities than all other conventional cookers combined. From appetizers to entrees to desserts, the Big Green Egg will exceed all of your expectations for culinary perfection. Bob and Ted's offers 6 convenient sizes to choose from, and all the egg accessories you'll ever need. Whether novice or expert, come see why the Big Green Egg is the only outdoor cooker you will ever need.